Hello everyone, my name is Megami here, so I'm back here with more Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance. Last episode we took down Monstro, and that's why he's on their team. Anyways though, I was basically debating for a long period of time if I was actually going to do a whole nother playthrough, if I was going to fight Lucifer again. I was like, you know what? That's going to take too much time off my hand and just really kind of be annoying to go through because you would have to basically be an ass, and I usually don't like to do that in games to get our additional demon and the additional boss fight. But anyways, though, here we are at the Hall of Chaos. Now, if you listen to the theme here, it might sound quite familiar. But anyways, in order to get here, you do have to beat all the fiends, and then you unlock the DLC super boss, the first one, and the only one, DLC super boss of base SMT5, that being the Demi-Fiend.
Oh, wow! And now Albino really did make it all the way here, huh? I know what you're after. You gathered all those menorahs so you can go toe-to-toe with the Demi-Fiend. Is that it? Well, I hope you're ready. He's a tough one, you know.
And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, the Demi-Fiend, the previous protagonist that we played as in SMT, and what I would consider probably the hardest fight in SMT5 on at least Guardborn, personally. Because you have to engage with the gimmick of him summoning extra demons, doing whatever he does, along with just kind of being unlucky at times depending on how the dice falls with one of his skills. Now, it's been a bunch of years since this game came out, so you kind of already know what you're getting to, but if this is your first time ever seeing this fight, the whole gimmick is that just like you, Demi-Fiend can summon demons to the allies that you get. It's usually the more popular ones: Ice, Pixie, Gira Makala, Kukelid, Thor, Parvati, and Jack Frost. Now, for these enemies, he will cycle through them every time you defeat one. It doesn't matter what. The only time he won't be able to, I believe, if he's afflicted by Charm or if he's afflicted by Seal. But he can't use his skills, not summon demons. So I haven't seen if Seal would be able to negate his ability to summon, but anyways, the way I see it, you want to get rid of the support demons, i.e. Pixie, Parvati, and Jack Frost, because they can buff, heal, and just kind of like generally be in a nuisance when it comes to trying to deal the most amount of damage. But I do believe all his demons do have debilitate, or at least his attack ones do. They do have the Kunda, they do have the Kaja, so you can't really go above like 1 or 2 levels of debuffs for them. Otherwise, you run into the risk of them just constantly spamming it over and over and over and over. Anyways, Deadly Fury, blocked. And really, he's the one. Typically, I don't see this happening often where they're just spamming the debilitate. Though, in my previous attempts at this, it is something that happens. It can happen quite often. Where it's like, okay, here's just all my debuffs. I've been debuffed fully. But it also can be something you can take care of quite easily if you're lucky. I should have buffed right there, realistically. And I'm an idiot. I used it, and... But then again, they've just been attacking and spamming debilitate. Oh, the one time I don't have my debuff. Now you want to spam it. Okay. but I didn't get my dodge off, so I won't be able to use my strat right now. I mean, I could, purely because I could swap out my demons and all that and do the massive amount of damage, which I probably will regardless. Because what the goal is here is that we're going to trigger his first Chaotic Will, a skill he'll use that basically auto-kills you if you're unlucky. So you have to engage with the gimmick, and I effed up. But here we go, just critical, because that's what we're going for. Anyways, we'll use Frolic, lower defense and attack by 2 stages. This to do the maximum amount of damage. And here, for Murakumo, 1, 2, 3, 4. It does do a pretty amount of damage. Well, Hygia, and we're actually going to swap out Cleopatra for Lilith. Now, typically you want to do that ability, right, just as I did, when you have the 5 press turns that you get from dodging with Luminescent Mirage. Because, I'll be honest, it doesn't, his demons might have Dragon Eye or something, where they're consistently just hitting everything. Because when you have like 999 speed, you're basically going to dodge almost anything. It doesn't matter. Anyways, there we go. Sakuya Sakura. We'll do Mother Earth just to make sure physical attacks don't go through. Because Demi-Fiend generates a lot of press turns off Deadly Fury alone. And we got a natural dodge off on that one. So, we can take out Yaramakala, which is good for us. We can set up full Hygia. And I'm really not going to buff Lilith going forward. At least right here. We're going to look at Frey Kugel. Demi-Fiend's a little bit above half. So, with that, kind of putting him back into that case of like, alright, he has like around half health. Ooh, pass, pass. Hit you, and bam. There we go. I would say we're doing pretty good so far. Now, there are other strategies where you can't just kill Demi-Fiend in like 2 through 3 turns. To me, it requires a lot of setup and a lot of specific demons, but you can also say the exact same thing about mine, where, yeah, you only need quote-unquote 4 demons, but those 4 demons need to have the damn near max stats all across the board, in addition to you having damn near max stats across the board. So it's really ultimately up to you to decide, dang, is this really, worth it? Alright, we can get another round of attacks, so I'm gonna bring Thor down to a little. Oh yeah, by the way, I just found out recently, did you know that some of his other demons have Medihara, so if Demi-Fiend has to go for an attack a certain amount of time, i.e. if he goes for Gaia Rage when he's at low health, his other demons will use, like, Mediharon for him. Oh, damn. You dodged? You didn't dodge that one. Block. There's a Debilitate. Now we're going into that stat again. Oh, wow. You really don't like my stats. Matt is like, alright, you hit me once. You are not getting your stats off again. I am just going to pass until we get to Lilith. Mother Earth to get rid of all those. Now, because we don't have really anything going on for Masakado outside of his attack nullification, I am going to give him a Concentrate Gem. So that way he has another layer of his crit ability up. I am going to use Luminescent Mirage. And I am going to use Sakuya Sakura to just heal up and to raise our stats. There's the Megidolon again. We dodge, so we go around to Thor, who does Megidolon. Okay, I think we're good because now, really, I'm just going to go into Succession, and then we're going to defeat one of the demons, pass Hygia, so that way we can just start doing more damage. Let's see, Frey Kugel, I am going to, we have to defeat one as well. So 4, because otherwise we're going to run the risk of him using Gaia Rage. I don't believe it will kill Lilith now because I have the vitality to tank it, but you never know with this game. Guard, Frank Kugel on Kuke-Lin. We basically don't want Demi-Fiend to have 2 of his support demons out because that can delay our damage progress. Like Jack Frost, support demon. Parvati, support demon. So that makes it hard for us and more annoying because like, oh, I'm a big buff. I'm gonna debuff. I'm gonna do a bunch of things that make my job harder. So that's why it's like, Nahobino, he's only gonna do damage every other turn. Where Masakato is our consistent damage dealer. So right here where we're generating extra press turns and all the like, Mirage, pass, more damage, and I'm going to guard again to generate a little bit of body. So really, I should have that other skill where I will generate, what is it, Magatsuhi, but you can only use it once per turn, I believe. There's our dodge, I think that was 2. Nope, that was 1. That was the 1 dodge. So we're going to use the Purge Gem, because like I said, I don't like them. If I can't have buffs, you can't have buffs either. Demi-Fiend, Mother Earth, generate a, like I said, a slew of additional abilities. I'm going to get rid of Kuke-Lin, just to generate it. I don't need the block this turn because I'm going to get Gamatsuhi the next turn. But if I wanted to, like here, Mirage Gem, it didn't work. And we're just going to use both Hygie up so that way we can potentially boost our stats. Now, it's really going to come down if Jack Frost and Cerberus use Megadolan. There we go. I didn't dodge because I forgot to set my thing up. That was on me. I'll say that. That was on me. So we don't have our additional press turn. That's on me. Pass, Mother Earth. And Frey Kugel, we want to take out whatever support demon. Honestly, Parvati is a bigger threat, due purely because she has Lesser Candy and Media, so she'll heal out any extra damage to do, undoing anything we do in regards to Demi-Fiend, and we have him in a setup right now where he's kind of close to our, you know, insta-kill. I say insta-kill, but... Let's go. Megadolan here. Okay, you didn't use it. Again, maybe they hear my strategy with me talking. It is quite late at night. So we're going to do that. Again, pass Mother Earth. But now that we have inconsistent stat setups, we could be facing a reset from the allies that he has, where it's like, okay, we're going to use Debilitate now. Just going to pass. And Energy Drink. Should be fine. There's another block. Alright, there's our dodge. Now we just need, you know, do Megadolan again. Or that works. Okay, now we're at a chance to where we can kill Demi-Fiend. Alright, we're gonna swap in Cleopatra for Lilith. But we're gonna swap in Lilith for Cleopatra. Freaking English. I went to college and all this, I still can't do English well. Alright. Get that out. Get our additional buffs, so now we're at 2 stages of attack for our demons. Frolic. Now Jack Frost is weak to the static condition, so if we get it off, we could be able to win, but I could be wrong. And hey, we got it, so we actually generate another press turn. Execution. Took out 2 demons, so do that. Murakumo. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if we hard target Demi-Fiend, we can actually kill him. Hambarion. Alright, Frey Kugel. This will guarantee crit. And yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we have done it. We have beaten what I consider to be the hardest boss in SMT 5 Vengeance. It is time to end this. Murakumo. And there you go. For defeating the Demi-Fiend, you get 54,292 Maka, and you also gain his essence. None of us leveled up because we're at max level, but we have finally completed the quest, Return of the True Demon, nabbing 666,666 more Maka. Do we really need it? I mean, if you want to boost your stats to be even higher, sure, yeah, go ahead.
Wow, you're pretty good. Didn't think you'd actually beat him. Okay, here. This is for you.
We retain the Menorah of Monarchy. You retain the Fiendish Stash. I have no idea what the Fiendish Stash is. Let me check that out. That has to be a key item or something, right? That's the pre-apps, yada, whatever. I want to see what that item was. Let's see. Where are you? For real. The Fiendish Stash. That's all these are the talismans. What the frig? There it is. Proof of overcoming a truly arduous struggle. Yeah, it just says it's bragging rights, basically. Now, if you have, well, then best of luck to whatever you're trying to do. I get a feeling you want us to join you. Am I right or am I right? Yeah, I can. But you're gonna have to ask him yourself. I got a feeling about his answer. But yeah, you can ask him to join you because of the way the guest system works. I do believe he is going to take up a slot. So get rid of whatever demon you don't want on your side. In my personal opinion, I might get rid of Marisi. But you never know. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for Shin Megami Tensei 5 Nocturne. Stop looking at them. That is the end. Thank you. I had a hell of a time playing this. I've been frustrated at a lot of points, but thank you all for this journey. Now it's just a matter of either me finishing up, 3 houses, so that way I'll have time for Fortune's Weave, or I am going to be crazy and start Digimon Tori Time Stranger on Mega Difficulty. But with that, everyone, my name is Mega Zero. Thank you all, and this is another playthrough done.
And thus ended the world of man. With the new ruler came a new world order. It was an order akin to the world of old, and yet it was altogether different. Desires of a world free from demons, of a never-ending cycle of creation at last being broken, had led to this moment. But all things must eventually come to an end. Could the world truly exist apart from Mandala? Only the cosmos know what tomorrow will bring.